Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Norelisa Shaira binti Mumaisel. Today, I want to present my group, which is Ministry of Communication and Multimedia. In the early history of the Ministry of Information began in the early 20th century with the existence of radio stations, which are the earliest communication channels in the country. Radio was used to spread the propaganda of the British and Japanese colonies to influence the minds and gain their support. Meanwhile, the Malayan Film Unit, which is MFU, through the production of films, was used to launch a war of nervous and against the communist influence that threatened the Federation of Malaya in 1948. In 1945, the Public Relations Department was established and became part of the government machinery and changed its name to the Federal Government's Information Services in 1950. Okay. Furthermore, in 1963, the launch of television broadcasting services in black and white from was seen for the rapid development of the field of broadcasting. Its first studio located at Dewan Tunku Abdul Rahman, Jalan Ampang, Kuala Lumpur. In 1978, the launching ceremony of this color TV was launched in conjunction with the 15th anniversaries of TV's broadcasting in Malaysia on 28 December 1978. This program in the form of color that was first broadcast was a live broadcast of the Puspa Warna program. Okay, next, the vision and mission of the Ministry of Communication and Multimedia is to be the government's leading information management and public relations agency, a pioneer of the national agenda, and a generator and disseminator of authentic, fast, accurate, and up-to-date news and information to Malaysian and the international community. While its mission is to uphold and defend the authority of the government and the country through the understanding and commitment of nations through information disseminated by the government media. The function of the Ministry of Communication and Multimedia is to plan, implement, coordinate, and re-evaluate policies and information programs aimed at increasing people's acceptance of the year 2050, as well as to plan, implement, and coordinate management services and delivery system. Alright, the objective of Ministry of Communication and Multimedia has its own, which are to convey and disseminate official government information, manage mass media, and government information. Consider and approve promotional materials and government message. Consider and approve commercial advertisement for government radio and television broadcast. Determine the parties who will represent the interests of the government. And then to operate government broadcasting services and facilities, and plan, implement, evaluate, and formulate the effectiveness of information dissemination strategies that have been conducted based on specific studies, scientifically and systematically.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Madam Noliana. My name is Nur Fatia binti Nazri. My student number is 2020950755. I'm from AM110-5C. Today I will explain to you about Course 1, which is Rakyat's Well-being, Expenditure Estimates and Conclusion. Rakyat's well-being is the government approach to development has always been to find a good balance between helping the economic growth and making sure the rakyat are taken care of. The World Well-being does have a single agreed-upon definition. However, most people associate it with a high quality of life and standard of living that is good for society and takes into account economic, social, physical, and mental aspect of life. Better health will also make the rakyat more productive and help them move up the economic ladder. Well-being has been studied and researched a lot in the past, and it has been found to be linked to many different things such as political events, attitudes, behaviors, stability, and optimism about the future, as well as satisfaction which government, authority, and political participation. The idea of well-being of life is similar to a lot of other words and has a lot of different meanings and effects. The health of life is another thing that can be linked to happiness. One definition of happiness is the degree to which a person enjoys his or her current life or looks back on his or her own life with a positive outlook. Everyone knows that the Ministry of Communication and Multimedia has a big effect on the economy of the whole country. The Ministry of Communication and Multimedia is in charge of making sure that this business and commercial operation work well, so that communication and multimedia activities can go off without a hitch. We need to make sure that people's health is taken care of. So the Ministry of Multimedia and Communications needs to come out with the best plan and think of the best way to look out for the people will being. One thing that can be done is to make a good budget and then give it out in a way that is fair to both the people and the workers. This is clear from the fact that when the COVID-19 epidemic hit Malaysia, the people were the ones who were hurt the most. This is why things are like this.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Naziha binti Nasri. My student ID is 20194046X6, and today I will explain to you about the program that the Ministry of Communication and Multimedia do under the Goal Rakyat's Wellbeing. First is the objective of Rio Keluarga Malaysia is to educate community people about lucrative investment prospects in the business, and also aims to bring together local creative entrepreneurs and art practitioners from 12 creative industry sectors, which include music, film, photography, animation, performing arts, literature, inventions, craft and traditional arts, culinary arts, visual arts, fashion and creative education. The target group is publics. The program also aims to attract youth, especially those who are interested in acting, dancing and drawing, as well as highlight the bright prospects in the art and digital fields. Meanwhile, Rio Keluarga Malaysia, which will be organized at 14 locations nationwide, targets 200,000 visitors. The budget for the program Rio Keluarga Malaysia is RM20 million. This program was approved in the Dewan Rakyat last year through Budget 2022. RM10 million for operating expenditure and RM10 million for emergency costs. The name of the activity is Rio, and the first edition of the Rio Keluarga Malaysia program, organized by the Ministry of Communication and Multimedia, will be held for 3 days from 3 to 5 March at Arena Warna Air Hitam Johor. The benefits are providing several work chances to the public and helps arts creative industry generate income to the gross domestic product (GDP) and elevate the status of Malaysia creative industry through public awareness and social impact. So the second program of Ministry of Communication and Multimedia do is the program of Jalinan Digital Negara (JDNEG). The objective of Jalinan Digital Negara (JDNEG) is to enable and give Malaysians with a higher quality experience and complete connection. The JDNEG will support activities such as working remotely or work from home, operating businesses online, and students' education, as well as to stay in touch with families and friends. The target group is of course for Malaysians, and the whole budget for program Jendela is RM830 million. RM700 million to continue digital connectivity efforts in 47 industrial areas and 30 schools, especially in rural areas. Next is RM30 million for internet facilities in 40 existing people housing projects (PPR) to ensure that PPR residents were not left behind, and RM100 million for emergency costs. The examples of activities performed by Jendela are e-Usahawan, AI and Data Week 2001, and Program Innovator Digital (DIP). The benefit of Jendela is broadband services are accessible and consumers can sign up for them at any time. It is part of the 12 Malaysia Plan 2021 to 2025, which will be implemented in 2 phases. So that's all from me, and I will pass this to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nafisha Huzara binti Kaliwan and my UITM ID number is 2020957005, and today I would like to present about goals number 2, which is business continuity. And two other program, the first one is Prisma and the next one is Initiative Platform Animasi Negara. Alright, firstly, business continuity is defined as an organization's ability to continue delivering product or services at predefined acceptable level following a disruptive incident. Business continuity refers to the system, policy, decision and activity in place to ensure that company can continue to function even if operations are disrupted. One of component of business continuity planning is developing a strategy of operational crisis and interruption. Aside from prevention, the purpose is to enable continued operation before and truthful catastrophe recovery. Every business continuity program will create unique result for the firm in question, but the following outcome that any organization that take business continuity seriously should achieve. Alright, first and foremost, a stronger and more in-depth grasp of the business, the management of operational resilience and process availability inside a company to minimize daily disruption. The process required in creating the original business continuity plan as well as upgrading and monitoring BCP result in a comprehensive picture of the firm, including its structure, dependency, supplier, and stakeholder. The cornerstone of excellent business continuity management is identifying and proactively preventing operational disruption. Reactive measures are intended to assist company to recovering from operational disturbance. A successful set of plans will apply change management technique to ensure that the business fosters and culture in which all workers are fully aware of everyday danger. Alright, the first program is Prisma. Following the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic and the implementation of the movement control order in April 2020 until now, the Yang Amat Berhormat Prime Minister has implemented 3 inclusive economic stimulus package based on the principle of leaving no one behind, namely the Caring People Economic Stimulus Package Prihatin, National Economic Regeneration Plan Penjana, and Malaysian Economic and Citizen Protection Permai. the Malaysian Ministry of Communication and Multimedia will launch the Malaysian Creative Industry Stimulus Package, which is PRISMA, as a short-term measure to ensure the survival and sustainability of the country creative industry player. PRISMA will be executed through three major strategies, which is facilitating creative content creation, funding, enhancing the ability and abilities of creative industry participants, and providing market access for local creative product. A total of the cost is RM 50 million is allocated in budget 2021 to the Cultural Economic Development Agency Cendana to conduct different art and cultural initiatives benefiting over 500 artists and production personnel. Alright, the second program is the initiative platform Animasi Negara. Alright, the government provide a platform for animators to penetrate premiere and digital broadcast. This is due to the fate of art activities in facing a challenging tempo following the COVID-19 pandemic. The Ministry of Communication and Multimedia Malaysia KKMM has always given priority to the creative industry until November 2021. Prisma has benefited more than 22,000 industry players. More than 29,000 jobs has been created. Next, Burhanuddin Razi is the owner and managing director at Let's Go Park Production, has recommended to the government begin matching grant or matching funding grant to local animation industry movers. Finally, the allocation of RM 30 million through the investment loan matching scheme for the National Animation Platform Initiative to be operated by My Creative Venture, as announced in Budget 2022, is welcomed by local animation industry players. Alright, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Atira Dalila binti Abdurrahman, matrix number 2020973285. For my part, I will be telling about Goal 3, which is economic resilience. Budget 2021 is being created in the middle of very massive pandemic, which is coronavirus, that have affected many victims in our country, but also have greatly affected our economy on a national and worldwide scale. The country's largest and most economic expansion budget in history, with the slogan "Stand United, we shall prevail," is meant to aid the country in coping with the economic consequences of the COVID-19 virus. Budget 2021 was created with three core aims in mind, which is the third goal, stressing economic resiliency. As previously indicated, the budget is also meant to steer a delayed economic recovery following destruction caused by the COVID-19 epidemic. Aside from that, strategy and plan have been put into place to attain more comprehensive and socio-economic development, as well as a more productive and moral society by 2030. This also serves as a catalyst for the implementation on the 12th Malaysia's Plan, 12 MP, which aims to promote economic growth, inclusivity, and sustainability in the near future, in accordance with the Sustainable Development Goal (SDGs) and the Shared Prosperity Vision 2030. One of the programs that have been implemented by the government is Jaringan Perhatian Network Program, This initiative was introduced in the 2021 budget with an initial allocation of 1.5 billion to support around 8.4 million bantuan prihatin rakyat BPR beneficiaries by providing subsidies for telecommunication service subscription or the purchase of mobile devices. Given the amount of B40 families with children, particularly those still in school or university, 500 million was added to this program as part of the Pamerkasa package announced in March, bringing its total worth of 2 billion. Furthermore, telecoms are providing extra incentive of 1.5 billion, raising the total value for BPR participants to 3.5 billion. This effort also is a part of cooperation between the Ministry of Communication and Multimedia, the Ministry of Finance and telecom providers. The government will also spend around 2 billion of the 3.5 billion allotted, while the 12 telecoms will pool their resources to provide another 1.5 billion. Celcom, Digi, Maxis, Mcore, Red One, Speak Out, Tinta, Umobile, Unify are one of the among 12 operators involved. The Jaringan Prihatin program is open to all Malaysians who are eligible for BPR. If you are a qualified receiver, you can sign up for data plans or gadget bundles for partnering telecoms. The data also plans and gadget bundles available are subsidized equally by the government and the carriers participating in this initiative. From May 5, 2021 through September 30, 2021, citizens can register with designated telecoms. Only one claim per qualified individual or household is permitted. Verify via identity card number. If you have two mobile numbers, you can only choose either one to claim the subsidy. The Jaringan Prihatin subsidy will also be provided through the purchase of a data plan or device bundle from a telco chosen by the subsidy recipient. The technique or procedure for acquiring subsidies for both prepaid and postpaid service will also differ depending on the participant carriers. For further information, subsidies users should visit the website of their next program is Go E-commerce onboarding. Under the administration of Malaysia Digital Economic Corporation (MDEC), Go E-commerce is a website that offers complete guidelines for micro entrepreneurs and subject matter SMEs that want to expand their business through a digital platform. There are various online training programs available to entrepreneurs and traders who want to improve their digital business skills. The Go E-commerce platform also offers service to assess e-business readiness. As part of the Belanjawan 2021 measures, the government will also infuse a 200 million incentive package to assist Malaysian firms from various sectors in onboarding into e-commerce and e-payment system to improve their sales potential and grow their sales revenue. Through the Go E-commerce program, 100 million has also been provided to support local firms in transitioning to the e-commerce platform. As of October 2021, the campaigns have been successfully on board over 500 firms and produced well over 45 million transactions worth of 4.6 billion, breaking the initial target of generating 1 billion worth of GMV through 10 million transactions. The goal of this campaign is to encourage Malaysian small companies to join the e-commerce platform by providing industries like halal, handicraft, agriculture, retail and service to enhance sales and reach. To encourage new local merchants to adopt e-payment system and to contribute to the digitization of the payment process, this campaign will begin on July 1st, 2021 and will end on December 31st, 2021. This campaign incentive include registration fee revision or deductions, equipment dispensers or beginning bundles, monthly subscription costs and annual maintenance payments are waived or reduced. Merchant discounts such as coupon codes, product discount and shop voucher, commission payment transaction, merchant discount or rates payment fees, platform training, direct sales training and digital marketing expenses, and third-party service such as content authoring and photography and outdoor advertising, social media ads, word search are also included in the Go E-commerce program. According to the statistics collected thus far, over 500 vendors have been on board into the campaigns with over 320,000 of these being new sellers on the e-commerce platform. The initiative will also register 157,566,000 female entrepreneurs, exceeding the aim of 30,000 by 2021. Boost, Fave, Lazada, MPay, Maybank, Shopee, Shopline, Subline, Touch and Go e-wallet are among the 22 e-commerce partners on board.
Okay, now I will explain to you about expenditure estimate. The Minister of Communication and Multimedia involved in the first program, which is program Rio Keluarga Malaysia. The total budget is 220 millions, include operating expenditure and emergency costs. Operating expenditure is 10 millions and emergency cost is 10 millions. The next program is program Jalinan Digital Negara, which is Jendela, and the total budget is 830 millions, and the include is digital connectivity, which is 700 millions, and internet access for 40 housing development 30 millions, and emergency costs 100 millions. And the next program is program Prisma, and the total budget is 15 millions. And the next program is program initiative platform Animasi Negara, and the total budget 30 millions. And the last program and the second last program is Jaringan Prihatin Network Program, and the total budget is 3.5 millions, include initial allocation, which is 1.5 millions, added extra allocation in March 500 millions, and the telecoms extra incentive 1.5 millions. And the last program to work together in Minister Communication and Multimedia is Go Commons Onboarding. The total budget is 300 millions, include initial allocation, which is 200 millions, and added extra allocation 100 millions. That's all from me. Thank you. The conclusion is almost impossible to teach or learn without using some kind of multimedia approach. Using a multimedia approach makes it much easier and more efficient to reach the necessary teaching and learning goals along the page of teaching and learning. In order for a multimedia approach to teaching and learning to work well, it is important to use a wide range of different materials, technology, and teaching methods. When it comes to teaching and learning, many different methods and types of media can be used to get ideas across. When it comes to methods, strategies, and research, a multimedia approach brings the teaching and learning process to life. It helps teachers teach better and helps students learn better. It shows how to use many of your senses, such as sight, touch, and taste, to have more direct and vivid experience.